So welcome to this reading. I'm going to see what the energy says. This is a soul mission reading, so I'm going to interpret the energies so you can take those energies, navigate those energies, and, well, create your life and business accordingly. And I'm doing the live stream in one of my paid groups, my Manifest Magically Academy, but I'm going to share the live stream also with you. So I have a nice little spread here, but I'm going to just talk to you because I know that I can also focus the camera on the cards, but I just want to have that conversation with you, and it's much more personal if I do it like this. So I just say to you what cards are on the table, and maybe well, you can have a little peek if we do it like this. Well, you can't really see a lot when I shift my camera. It's okay. So I put down 3 cards for the theme. The first question I asked was what's the theme of this week. Then I used 3 different tarot sets. I used the Universal Weight Tarot set. I used the, let me see, the Arcanum Tarot set. It's really gorgeous. It has real people on it. And I used the Gilded Tarot for the 3rd set. I drew 3 times 5 cards to see if there were any overlapping themes in here that we can work with. And there are a couple of themes for the next couple of days. And then I drew some cards to navigate the whole thing. I drew some cards from the Archangel Power Tarot deck. I drew 1 card from the, well, I don't even know where that card comes from. I think I already, oh no, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms from Colette Baron. I drew 1 of the Magical Dimensions set and 1 of the Work Your Light Oracle cards. So I'm going to just walk you through what all the cards are saying. And if there are any questions when you are watching live, then just ask them. I do a lot of these readings live in my Manifest Magically Facebook group, my free Facebook group. So if you want to catch those readings live, go to Facebook, search Manifest Magically, and then join that Facebook group. Okay, so the theme, I drew 3 cards. 1 card is Victory. Really amazing cards, by the way, for the theme of this week. Victory, the 4th chakra. It's really been a time. I see it with a theme with a lot of my clients these last couple of weeks. A lot of questions have been asked by clients about the heart chakra, about living from a space of love, about opening the heart. There were a lot of clients who asked questions about an overactive 3rd chakra or a blocked 3rd chakra, and most of the time your 3rd chakra is blocked when or overactive when there is some kind of blockage here. So I do feel there's some kind of breakthrough going on, but something big, you know, not just because you have small breakthroughs all the time, but the Victory card is here. And the card that's also here is the Temple Path. So for me this means, well, there is some kind of path is revealed to you that is going to be really victorious, and it has something to do with opening up your heart chakra, you know, just really feeling more. It has, I think it has to do with connection, with relationship, but the rest of the cards are going to tell us more about that. So but this is to get an overall theme that works really great for me, because then I can relate the cards to those theme cards, and the cards on the right are more clarifiers. So the first thing that I noticed when I saw all the cards was that there are a lot of pages. In the top row I have the, well, that's a Dutch set, but page of swords. In the second row I have the page of wands and the page of pentacles, and in the third row I have the page of cups and the page of swords again, you know, so those are a lot of pages. I'm just going to show you one. Pages are, it could be different things, you know, it could be like an actual person, but I feel really strongly that in this case the page stands for learning. You know, the page can stand for learning something. Everyone gives it a different meaning, but for me the page is learning something. So, and this is logical because we look at the theme cards, we have the temple path. So it's new knowledge that guides you, directs you to, you know, whatever you need to know. We have the moon card in the first row, and under the moon card we have the world, but the world is reversed. So the moon card is saying to me there's a transformation, but the world is, and if you go through this transformation, some kind of cycle will come to an end, but the world card is in reverse. So for me it's like something is blocking this world card to be the other way around, you know. It's like you can't see something, well, what is it, you know, because I don't want to guess. I want to give you some actual feedback about this. So something is blocking you from fully completing that transition, fully walking that path to that temple, you know. So what is it, you know? We want to figure out what it is that's holding you back. So I'm not going to read all the cards, I'm just going to read what jumps out, okay? So on the right side I had two fours underneath each other. So the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. So, well, for me, the number 4, most of the time stands for stability. But with these cards, there's like a little drama surrounding them, you know. She kind of looks sad. To the cups, she looks at that empty cup. The rest is still full, but she looks at that empty cup. This is the same thing, you know. Yeah, lying down, resting. So what do these two fours mean? They are also underneath each other, you know. So okay, so you need to shift your mindset to some other truth. There is rest needed to do that. You need to take a little pause. You need to take a little break. You are trying to get new results by doing the old things, but a time of learning has arrived, you know. That's why all the pages are here. You need to learn new stuff. You can't make that breakthrough. You can't reach that temple. You can't get to that victory. You can't have this card reversed if you don't learn some new stuff. So, and I know for me this certainly is true, you know. I just committed to a new coaching program because I was also, this is just also my story because I'm one of you and I'm also a powerful creator, and we move around in the same energy field, you know. Like attracts like. We are on each other's path, because our energies connect, you know. So what is it for you that you need to learn? And it's not just me telling you this now in a sentence, you know, because we still have these clarifiers. So these are going to give us the message also what kind of shift we can make the next couple of weeks, you know, because there is a new beginning. There is also an Ace of Pentacles, so there is a new beginning. The Pentacles is the physical component, so this and the word money comes into my head, so it's also a new start. I feel that it has to do with money, well, yeah, especially with money, of course with business for most of you guys, but with money, you know, new way to structure your income, a new possibility. Maybe there's something that you have been wanting to do for quite some time and you haven't stepped into it fully. So the Devil is under the Ace of Pentacles. So for me that's not a bad card, you know. For me it's just, it means passion, fire. When I am close to a breakthrough, there's often a really passionate energy, you know, and often it comes out a little bit like an energy of frustration or maybe even irritation. Like also we had a Q&A before this, so I talked a little bit with Catherine about some changes she wanted to make in her business. But for you also, Catherine, the fact that you are coming to that point that you think not anymore, you know, it's like I'm starting to become blind for what I have been creating, and I feel such a fire around me, such a drive to create something new, you know. Sometimes you need to be that devil to break through barriers that were in your life. I also see the Seven of Cups. So this is a card about choice. There are lots of choices, you know. If some of you might think you are stuck right now, you aren't. There are actually a lot of ways to get to where you want to be, you know. There and life always supports you. Yeah, there's a lot of swords here also. There's, of course, there's two pages of swords, and there is a King of Swords. So swords are about the mind, about our thoughts, you know. So and that's logical because we have all the pages and they say you need to learn new stuff, and learning is also often a mental thing. Yeah, we also have a Seven of Wands, so we have two sevens too, so that's funny too. With two fours, two sevens, you know, it's like, yeah, ebb and flow, black and white, night and day, you know. Okay, oh yeah, that's something that also came up when I laid down the cards. This has to do something with giving. This card came up. It was on top of the two fours. So what if you started giving more, and not from a place of crossing boundaries, you know, not from giving from the ego. What a lot of people do is they give to get something, you know, it has to be worth their while or something, and that's not wrong per se, but I see a lot of people get frustrated that way. They give, then they but it doesn't feel totally aligned, so they deplete their energy, and then they get a little bit frustrated that they don't get enough back, you know. So can you start giving in your business, giving with money, spending money, giving away your knowledge, sharing your knowledge, giving away your money also means investing your money, because these pages probably mean that you are going to invest in a new type of coaching program or a mentoring program, or invest in some other kind of learning situation. And a lot of people, and that's also, well, it's giving to yourself, of course, because you are investing in yourself, but try to do that from a place of love, you know. Try to let that money flow. Try to let everything flow. It's what we talked about earlier also on the Q&A, to really start to be of service, you know, giving with a different energy. Not giving because you get anything back, but because you feel called to give, because you feel called to serve, you know. So, is there anything else? Well, I just went through all the cards anyways. I had picked up all the cards. Okay, so can we dive a little bit deeper in the message? What do we need to learn here? What other questions do we want to have answered? What do we need to learn? Yeah, I think that's the most important lesson. And I can share these cards with you, but I want to emphasize that this is a process, you know, especially if you really want to make that shift. And we're talking about 4th chakra energy here. It's heart energy, it's soul energy, you know. So the learning is a mental thing, and it starts here, but it has to sink to the rest of your body, to the rest of your being, you know. If you truly want to make that shift, you need to give it time. You need to repeat what you know, and you need to start living it, you know. Okay, so change your life. Yeah, change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities to change that change brings. That's funny. Break free of procrastination. That was what we were also talking about in the Q&A earlier. To see everything you do in your life and in your business as service to other people. You know, a lot of people tend to not do stuff because they are not feeling it, or they are not into it, or it doesn't feel in alignment. But it's a service you offer also to other people. You know, it's a way to help other people get further and further. So, and you need to break free from procrastination. We need to just do the things, you know. Of course, you have to take care of yourself first. That's always the most important thing, especially if you're not feeling that well, you know, or if you are in a semi-bad spot, you know, or in a bad spot with burnout or something. You need to take care of yourself always, you know. So you need to always honor yourself first. But from that high energy, you can give a lot to other people, you know. And if you give freely from your soul, life will always reward you. If you are all in with giving from your soul, from moment to moment, feel what you can give that feels aligned to, well, and there basically is no difference between giving to yourself and giving to other people, because we are all one. So if you give to yourself, you give to other people. If you give to other people, you give to yourself, you know. And that's really important to know, because a lot of the time we feel guilty when we start taking care of ourselves, or we prioritize taking a walk or taking a bath above, you know, having to do this or that, or, you know, all the things. But taking care of you is also taking care of other people. Honoring you is also honoring other people. Okay, so I also drew the Ace of... I also want to let you see this card, because it has a really kind of futuristic fairy tale kind of city. And I think this also means something, you know. Really try to see things from a different perspective. I know most of my clients are light workers, healers, you know. Everyone wants to add to add value to this world, add to the transformation we're going through. And in order to do that, we need to start seeing the world as a different place, as a place where that magic is possible. We need to start seeing the good in each other more and more and more. I understand that if you are just starting out on your journey and you still have lots of blocks and healing to do, this is a process. It's always a process, you know, but you have to start looking at the world in a different way. You also see that this person that's in the card, it's kind of sitting on a building, having a different perspective on things, you know? Okay, so the Ace of Raphael. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insight. So that's also another card of transformation, you know, so that adds perfectly to the other one. I know there are a lot of people who are in the middle of manifesting deeper connections with romantic relationships. So that ties in to the transformation we are making, you know, and I see it happening. Yeah, I also done a live stream on it a couple of days ago, or maybe 1.5 weeks ago, about aligning with manifesting soul aligned love. So if you are also in the process of manifesting relationship, you can check that live stream out. So the next one is the 10 of Michael. The situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So it's so funny that basically all these 3 cards say the same thing again, you know. It's like I didn't handpick them out of the deck. There are lots of different messages in this deck, but it's like transformation, transformation, transformation. And I noticed that I became a little bit frustrated, because I was like, okay, but I know it, you know, we have this world card here, we have the moon, you know, I already told these people that they are in a process of transformation, and that process is, we are always in a process of transformation. I want to give them something tangible, you know, something to hold on to. And it was like, yeah, well, this is an angel deck, but these angels were laughing in my head. No, you know, it's just, this is what this is, you know, this is what the transformation is, to start fully surrendering and trusting life and not knowing what it's all about, you know, but following that flow, following the path that unfolds itself before you, you know, it's never a clear path. It's always one next logical step, one next logical step, one next logical step. So, and that's funny, because Gaia's Garden, it has kind of the same colors and the same nature vibe as that temple path. Yeah. I'm going to show you, because I feel this is just more about the energy, the golden, the green, nature, but abundance nature, you know. That's also what's on this card, by the way. Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. And I see this also as a theme with myself and a lot of my clients these days, that we are as a collective creating a new energetic space for abundance. I think we are in the process of downloading some kind of new abundance blueprint, you know, Lightworkers, healers, Starseeds, everyone who has a mission, you know, to stop self-sacrificing, really starting to honor and see your value at the next level, and stepping into that. Well, and that's basically what it's all about. That's basically, that's so funny, because okay, I accept that I can't see where we're going. I accept it, and the next card kind of gives us the answer anyway. And that's how life in general is. That's how getting answers from the universe always works. You know, you surrender to not knowing, and then the answer is coming. But this is what you need to learn. This is what it's all about. And for you too, Catherine, this adds up perfectly. Okay, so the last two cards, what are they saying to us? The ever unfolding rose. Oh my god. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So for me, this is a card of trust. We are spot on by what I just shared to you. It's always unfolding. You are being cracked open, but you are always being supported, you know, and it's a never-ending process. The ever unfolding rose. This is the process of creation. And okay, yeah, this is so freaking funny. The last card, trust. The trust card. Overcoming doubts, insecurities, patience. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Thank you, cards. Thank you, universe, for giving us this amazing guidance. I know what I need to do now. I hope you need to do, you know what you need to do too for these next coming days or weeks, or whenever this is going on, or until I do the next energy reading. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, I have some free courses about manifesting your reality in Dutch and in English. So the links to sign up for those free courses are below the video. So just do that, and I will give you some more practical tools to manifest your ultimate reality, because these are more guidance of the energy. So I think everyone is okay. Are there any questions for the people who are still at the live stream? Did this resonated with you as much as it resonated with me? That's nice to know, you know. And it's also pretty funny, because these cards were here for 3 days, and I didn't get around to reading them. Well, I saw them, of course, and I got some insights, but now was actually the perfect moment to read them. So it's so funny that the universe always brings the exact information at the exact time. I couldn't have read these cards yesterday or 2 days ago, or I think I put them down maybe even on Sunday evening. I put them down, maybe even on Saturday I put them down, and they were here all week, but I was so busy with my free Dutch course and with restructuring the business, signing up for the new coaching program. So I was doing like a million other things. So I kept thinking, oh, I need to read these cards. I need to make this this video. So, and yes, it does, says Jennifer. So, okay, great to hear. Well, then I wish you a lovely, magical day, and we speak to each other soon. Bye-bye.